Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. It's me. Back at it again. With the game dev. Where I said game dev, but it's not game dev. It's just whatever the heck I usually do. One of the only consistent things I've worked on over the past year of streaming. Wow. How impressive. You're so cool, Tim. Wow. So let's jump into it. Not right into it though, because I still need to click around and do other stuff. Also, I do have my work computer open on my side here because I'm trying to get some code merged. I'm technically on PTO for the rest of this week, although I do need to wake up tomorrow morning pretty early in order to get some stuff done. And the hard parts about being salaried with, quote unquote infinite PTO is that I don't actually have infinite PTO. Hooray. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. How fancy. I'm so fancy. God, that song is old. Alright, there we go. So this is what we're working with. Yeah, so this should work. Yeah, this is what the UI looks like right now. So we have just a neat looking toast. Everyone loves toasts. And then we have lip syncing, and then probably an enhancement I would like to go with at some points is to have, I guess, like, you click on the label and then it kind of drops things down. You know what I'm saying? So you can hide options, because it kind of looks like these should be hideable, right? But they're not. They're just there to like give context for what the option maps to. Yeah, I know this stuff doesn't work. We ended last time on just a hard crash, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Here, method panicked, that's good. And then we're also just leaking instances at exit as well. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Although I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with this, but let's see. Open CFace. We can open a pull request pretty quickly. That's easy. So compare real-time lip sync. Cannot automatically merge. That's okay. Create the pull request. Yeah. Yeah. So what changed? So we can just scrub through here pretty quickly. So we have a native lib. That makes sense. Made some changes to the XML file as well. Also makes sense. And then we have, yeah, it's a reference for sure. Config manager, yeah. These should all be cleaned up properly. Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing the object DB leak. Guess I'll need to look into that. Oh my god. Oh duh. Just check my work computers to see what the status of the latest merge checks are. Because the tests are flaky once again. I'm not sure what's going on. They're just things that happen sometimes. Let's see. I think this looks okay. That looks okay. Nope, not this. This. scroll to the top here, open up the issue, lip sync support. So Godot audio processing. I think this is what I'm going to use for the most part. So on data received. Yeah, I think this is what I need. Right, so this is a typed array. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. So instead of updating the audio buffers, which is almost 100% touching stuff I don't want it to touch, right? So let's increase the size here. Look at that. That's pretty big. At least to me, that looks pretty big, but we can make it one step bigger. Actually, that's way too big. This is as big as it gets. So just yet another place where we are starting to differ from ulipsync. So ulipsync, everything is, you know, C#, makes it really easy. This one is a bit more difficult because it's really difficult to get a handle on the current bus effects from GD native. I think especially because I'm not using a supported version of Godot Rust. Or the version of Godot Rust that I'm using is not, or the version of Godot is not supported by the version of Godot Rust that I'm using, so the bindings. So we can see here that Godot Rust, I think it only recently got support for 3.4. What is this? Ooh. What is this? Update API JSON to 3.4 stable. Yeah. Actually, what are the tags? I can't see anything here. Give me the tags. So 9.3, probably not what we want. Should work on Godot 3.4 because it's tagged against that version in the API JSON. Yeah, so that's probably another thing that's kind of messing with me. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I need to use 3.4. Yeah, because 3.4 is the only one that 3.4 is the only one that is has what I need, you know? Allows for pretty much out of the box, allows for runtime GLTF loading. So I think this is what I'm going. You know what? Instead of looking at ulipsync, I probably should have just tried to use this one instead. Even though it's written in GD script, that's fine. That would have been fine, I guess. But either way, here I need to grab their code for not this part, but just for getting the audio sample and then pushing it into GD native stuff. So let's see. I don't think I want any of these anymore, so say goodbye. Look at that. So inside of Godot, what we're going to do is we need to have probably just a lip sync utility. So it'd be like a, yeah, basically like a lip sync manager, right? So it would have to be at probably the app manager level then. Yeah, because there's not too much reason why this should be at in the main screen. So the main screen is just kind of the root node that I'm using for everything. Probably something that I would like to change if I ever rewrite this, which I probably will. I think I've come around to the idea of just using singletons. Singletons are something that people always kind of rail against, like singletons are bad, you should avoid them, but not really, right? Because if you just have the idea of a main screen, right, it's not technically a singleton, it's not an auto load, but if you never get rid of it, guess what? it is a singleton in everything but name. Let's see. Yeah, so let's do this. Lip sync util. We're probably just like lip sync manager, right? So let's create a new script called lip sync manager gd. This will be a reference. Structured, blah blah. Lip sync manager. Class name. Lip sync manager. Right. And then we'll just grab pretty much everything out of main screen that we were using there. So there's your native script. Lip sync manager will have a few things. So one, it'll contain the actual lip sync native script, right? So here on ready, we'll create a new lip sync thingy. So load lip sync new, so that should be fine, right? And then we'll just have a few helper functions as well. So it doesn't need to be a node, it just needs to be called from somewhere. Well, I think at that point, right? Let's just make this a node, that's okay. Congratulations, you're now a node. This makes this slightly easier as well. So func exit tree. So lip sync. I think it should be shut down. Is that what I called it here? So what did I call them? So there, that was stop thread and then shut down. Okay. And that also means that we can have a process function pretty easily as well. So process delta yeah, there we go. And then everything that they were doing here, which is the bus effect stuff, we'll just do in GD script. We won't do this in Rust because the doing all of this in Rust is kind of a pain and doesn't make sense, right? I think it would help in terms of, I guess, ease of use. You know, passing data over the FFI is probably a bit slower, but not measurably slower in my opinion. Probably not anyways. Var bus index, some sort of int. So we'll just audio server get bus index. So I'm calling it record. Record bus name record. Look at that. He's so good. Hold on. Please merge train. Why didn't it work? It totally works. Okay. Don't mind me. I just broke my neck in virtual terms to check on my work computer. Yeah. I think it's usually, if you're working from home, it is encouraged for you to separate out your, just have like completely different workspaces for, you know, work stuff and not work stuff. I can tell you from experience that totally works, and that is why I am not doing it, because I don't know. Guess I just like to sabotage myself. Who doesn't like a little bit of sabotage, you know? A little bit of self-sabotage never really hurt anybody. Actually, that's not true, but you know. It's okay. So what is this? Gives you an audio effect. Get bus effects. And then this is going to be an audio effect record. So this needs to be an audio effect record. So effect is equal to audio server get bus effect bus index, right? And we'll just call it 0 because that's what that should probably be fine. That's what I'm doing in the Rust stuff as well, or that's what I was doing in the Rust stuff. Okay, and there's your effects. Var is active. Actually, I don't think we need to have is active here, but we can. I don't know. Let's leave this as a bool, and then we can set this up from the app config. So there's our config manager. So metadata, use lip sync. Right now I'm having it be configured at the metadata level. I'm not sure if that makes sense though, because yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking like we could probably do this at the model level, because you know, maybe not every single model you'll want to have lip sync on for. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to think of it. It's not hard to change, you know, which thing you're accessing the data at. It's just that metadata is the kind of the global config file, whereas you'll have, you know, config data, which is tagged per model, right? So all the model specific stuff will be in config data. Although I'm wondering, I don't know, maybe I'll refactor that. We'll figure it out. But for now, what we'll do is have is active is equal to app manager cm metadata config use lip sync, and then we can also connect to that signal in the signal broadcaster. So I feel like signal broadcaster should be something that's like automatically generated. That should be something that's generated from another specification, almost. I don't know if that seems like a really bad idea. Which is why it's appealing to me. On use lip sync, some sort of boolean. We don't care about the other lip sync parameters, I think. Actually, you know what? We probably do, right? We probably do care about the other lip sync parameters. App manager, SB. What are we connecting to? Use, connect, use lip sync, on use lip sync, right? then is active is equal to whatever this value is. So that should be fine. So if is active. You might be asking, are you doing this in such a way so that's like legally distinct? And you would be 100% correct. Buffer. Yeah, so I'm using bits and pieces from both. I'm using bits and pieces from both. Audio stream sample. Let's see. I think we'll need a buffer count. I'm pretty sure that the Unity implementation that I was looking at uses 12 frames of inputs. So let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can. We'll do that, right? Frames int 12. I think that makes sense. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Buffer counter integer, so this will be equal to, well, let's just be an integer and then we'll set it here. Buffer counter is equal to frames. So process, and then if buffer counter is less than equal to 0, pass. Let's see, what are you doing here? One of the tough parts about white space languages is that once you have really long bits of code like this, it gets hard to tell where the if statements stop and start. Especially when you are getting nested like these are. So if buffer is less than equal to 0, oh no, I'm confused. So if buffer counter is equal to 0, else buffer counter minus equals 1. So we're doing this in process. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Might want to do it like via just counting down from delta. Actually, no, because then that would just be in seconds, right? Yeah, okay. Set recording active, set it to false. This one, if effect is recording active. Yeah. So I'm gonna do all of this stuff. Set recording active, false, audio sample, effects, get recording, audio sample, set format. I'm not sure if this is what I need to do. So looking at audio, right? I click on this somewhere. Is it you? Do I click on you? Who do I click on? Add effect. I don't think I want to add effect. Aren't I able to... I'm able to mess with, you know, the type it is? Is this not... Like, I'm able to mess with these, right? No? Yeah? Give this a save. I'm not looking at anything here, because I don't care. Please. Wasn't this a thing before? Hold on. Is it because I am not using 3D features? Make current. That shouldn't make a difference. Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, should be okay. Set formats 16. I swear I've seen this before. Why am I not able to look at this? I was able to modify this before. Oh, okay. How intuitive. I needed to click on this part. How intuitive. I needed to click on this tiny box here, and then that would be the appropriate. Yeah, you know what? I guess that makes sense, right? Because each of these can have a small thing inside of them as well. So these are just the audio buses, and then each audio bus has a list of effects that you can apply to it. Okay, that's all right. I'll accept this. I won't be happy about it though. I feel like I don't need to set the format to 16 bits. That should be fine. If audio sample. I don't think this part is necessary either. So we can just do if audio sample. Because I don't think I ever null it out, right? Like, what is an audio sample, by the way? So audio sample is an audio stream sample. This is a resource, it's a reference audio stream. So I can't queue free it. It should just be managed by itself. I guess I should probably null it out. So like if audio sample, we'll just if not audio sample, then we'll just do nothing, right? Just break. Well, there's nothing to break out of, right? I guess we can just return. Like we'll need to branch, I think, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. So if audio sample, then var source. So this is a pool byte array, which is just effect. Wait, get. That's the same thing, right? Yeah, this is just audio sample. Get data. No. Get data. No? Is that not it? So audio stream sample, get data. Oh, it's just data, right? Which is a property, so there is like a get data, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, welcome to the team, just regular data. Then sample array. Probably don't need that. I think I'm just gonna pass this in. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass this in to the thing. And then finally, I'm pretty sure it just runs this every single time. So effect set recording active true. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Something seems weird about this logic. I can't put my finger on what though. So, I wish there was a way to draw tabs here. Instead, I just have to scroll up and down and click, drag, select. buffer equals frames. So you always pass in 12 frames. This one, what we're going to do, hey, or buffer counter, right? Here, we'll hit it with a lip sync. Update, audio sample data. I think that should be okay. So anything that we were doing in main screen, say goodbye. We don't want this anymore. We can, however, do this. That should be pretty easy. So lip sync manager, you'll now just be here. You know what? Doing this synchronously is probably what's breaking a bunch of stuff. Because it's running on a thread. Yeah. So this should just be, you know, we always just try to get the latest result. If there is nothing, then we'll get nothing. But if there's actual data after it's finished processing, then we'll get real values out of it. Yeah. Yeah. So let's do this. App manager. Here we go. Notification manager. Now we have a lip sync manager. So on ready. var lip ls lip sync lsm. So lip sync manager is equal to, all right, what did I call you? Lip sync manager. Grab the path. So new, and then we'll just slap you in here. So add a child lip sync manager. Just like that. Main screen, say goodbye. There's a few things that we need to do. So we do need to connect. Where do we need to connect? Lip sync. So there's the panic for sure. We should connect to that. Lip sync panicked. What are we doing with that? Forget. Lip sync panicked. We just want to shut everything down. And then, let's see, on use lip sync. So we want to start the thread. Okay. Start thread, otherwise we want to shut it down. So if is active, then lip sync starts thread, right? And then it's, otherwise it's just stop thread and then shut down. So those are purposely two different things, because I think we do need to just, we need to wait for it to stop. So that's kind of a blocking thing, and then shutting it down. Actually, what does shutdown do? Oh no, I've just forgotten what everything does. Shut down. So stop thread. Oh, stop thread. Stop thread and shut down can actually be in the same thing. Actually. Wait, no. Wait, yes. Wait, no. Shut down. So this joins the thread, but this just stops the thread from processing. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. So we don't want to shut down the... Maybe... Like, you don't need to have the thread just running in the background, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I'll need to think about that more. But now we're going to, we'll comment these out. We won't delete them just yet. This stuff, say goodbye. Then here, what I need to do is in lip sync manager. Yeah, so update doesn't actually take any data. So this is wrong. What am I doing? grab that. What we want to do is do lip sync dot, what did I call it? Or what was it called here? It was on data received. On data received. Yeah, so this kind of reads as a Godot callback, but there's no, I don't know what I would connect to. Like the only thing that would make sense is to like emit a signal from here. Like this would just be like the recording manager. And then the recording manager would emit a signal, and then the lip sync script would connect to that, but I don't know. Why don't we just do it synchronously, right? Yeah, I think I'm just going to call this like input data, right? Input data. So this is now input data. So go to here, real-time lip sync GD. Just hit it with a cargo build. Should be fine. Then open up two Windows Explorer thingies. Boom. So this is real-time lip sync. This is the thing that we're working on. Then OpenCFace GD has an add-on called real-time lip sync GD. I am looking at the wrong thing. Real-time lip sync GD targets release. There's our DLL. Grab that, slap it into here, replace the file. And there we go. This should be fine. Let's see. I don't know, maybe. You can see here that we're just printing out a lot of data now. So let's hit it with a use lip sync, and hopefully we don't like horribly crash and burn. Hello, hello, hello. Oh no. All right. Well, stop. So we got a few errors. Got a few errors for sure, for sure. A thread object has been restarted without the wait to finish having been called on it. Correct cleanup. Oh no, I feel like I'm about to crash. I feel like there's like a hanging thread somewhere. So I think that was okay. Except that we didn't do anything with the data. Error calling method from signal. Use lip sync. Method not found. At main screen. Did I not? That should be fine. Okay. Well, do that. That's fine. No. Scrub through. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Incorrect number of parameters. Required 2 but got 1 at lip sync RS 386. 386. Where? Oh, channels. Yeah, okay. So we don't need channels. What am I using channels for? Channels? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that means. This looks a bit suspect. How many channels does Godot record on? Audio stream sample. What do you got? Well, okay, audio stream record. Audio stream, or audio effects record. So sets and gets the format in which the audio file will be recorded, checks whether or not the recording is active, and if it is, records the sound, and then records the recorded sample. Okay. But how many channels is it? Or is the format the amount of channels something has? I don't know. Format. Audio stream sample format. 8-bit audio codec, 16-bit audio codec. Doesn't really make a huge difference to me. I don't know. Let's look at what you're doing. So you have a lifter. I don't know what a lifter does, but there's your level. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think there are 12 channels. I think it's just the default. And what is the default? Well, you know, the huge profile, channel, filter bank channels. I don't know. I think it's just single channel. How much do you want to bet it's just one channel? We'll see, right? So we'll just pass in 1. Image width must be greater than 0. Where? What are you doing? Where? Image width. Something broke, but I'm not sure. Anyways, let's see. Turn on tracking. Hello, 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 hello. This is me talking about some stuff. This is me making noise into the microphone. Okay. So let's close this so we just stop spamming stuff. Invalid call. Stop thread and base nil. So something broke. Exit tree. Okay, well, say goodbye. Oh, and then it didn't close correctly. That's fantastic. Okay, so see here, not convert argument 1 to typed array F32. Invalid variant type. Expected float 32 array got byte array. Oh, you know what? That's why they have a conversion thing on the Godot side. So, okay, so I can have a conversion thing on the Rust side instead, because I'm pretty sure. Yo, my back. I'm pretty sure doing this on the Rust side will be a lot faster. A thread object has been restarted without wait to finish having been called on it. A thread object. Where? Thread object. See, that I'm curious about. Because I'm not using any Godot threads. I'm not using any Godot threads, so I don't know where you're getting this information from. Yeah, I don't know. Seems weird though. Seems weird. Lip sync job. Typed array. Where is oh, hello Needle Mouse. How goes it? How goes your illness? Are you doing okay? Are you still alive? Also a good question for sure. My sore throat is gone. Nice. I don't think that is one of the... I don't think that's one of the symptoms of COVID, but I'm glad nevertheless. Okay. So read 16-bit samples. So this will be... Call it stream. Audio stream sample. Which will give back... Oh, we'll figure it out, right? Haven't got any coughing lately. Just coughed. Nice. Have you yawned lately as well? If I do that into the mic, do you feel the overwhelming urge to yawn? So let's see. I think that's what I'm going to do is I'll just pass in the audio streams. No, I'm not going to pass in the audio stream sample. I'm going to pass in the byte array. Wherever it is. Where is it? Ooh, we'll find it. Lip sync. Where are you? I think it's good to not get inside your head about whether or not you have an illness. I mean, you should still like take care. I don't ignore it, but you know, the more you think about it, you know, thinking about it is counterproductive. Come to a decision about what you're going to do and then just kind of drop it from your mind. That's what I do for pretty much everything, you know? Because for a lot of pretty much everything in my experience, right? Like, the more you think about something, you know, well, there's a good amount to think about stuff, but at some point it doesn't do you any good to keep thinking, if that makes sense. So might as well live my final moments learning C++. Yeah, clearly. A masochist to their core, for sure. Typed array. How am I typed array F32? Reference cow typed vector using Godot's pool allocator. I looked at rates of getting cured from COVID and they're high. Yeah, of course, right? I think that's why people are so lax about. That's why people are so lax about COVID. Is that it is very, very recoverable, especially if you're very young, or not very young. If you are of average age, if you are an American, you have pretty much, they have a pretty good survival rate, right? Pretty good survival rate. It's not good for your sperm count. Not good for your lungs either, but you know, you're young. Well, being young and like having your sperm count being like annihilated, probably not very good, but being young and having your lung capacity be annihilated, you can probably recover. Come up with my health. Yeah, you know. Just get outside more, touch some grass, etc. Tons of things that you can do. Export for typed array. Color. I'm pretty sure this is a U8. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a U8. So typed array U8. Right. And then this will just give me it. Are you wasted right now? Gross. Don't need to know about your habits, but I'm glad that this is a safe enough space for you to share. Yeah, you know, everyone always said it was going to be 5G that neuters the human race, but here we are. Turns out it's just the pandemic, but as long as we all do our part, we should be fine, you know? So read 16-bit samples. What am I doing here? So I need to convert from bytes to bits, I guess. Return samples. So this will be some sort of vec of a 16-bit value, 16 bits. This will be a U16, maybe an I16. Let's call this an I16. So this gives me back a vec of I16s. right? So let mutable excited vec, or let mutable res equal excited vec, and then we'll just return that. Okay. Bonus, I don't think that vile word as I've seen. It's absolutely natural and the weirdest freaking thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I guess, you know. Well, the act of doing as what you're suggesting is definitely a natural thing, for sure. Don't let me kink shame you, or whatever. I guess it's not really a kink. Maybe talking about it to other people is kind of a kink. Yeah, I don't really talk about my habits to other people, but you know, not weird. Not weird unless you make it weird, of course. Bruh. Hey, you know. Is it weird talking about it to other people? I think it is kind of weird. You know, I don't want to know how often you jerky, you know? That's something that you, you know, if you got a significant other, you can talk to them about it. Maybe they can help you out, or or something, I don't know. Don't know how freaky you may or may not be. Of course, you know. I don't know. Have I talked about those kind of habits with my surfboard friends when I was still in school? Yeah. We were also like pretty drunk, so anything really goes at that point, right? Let B0 equal stream, and then I think I should be able to just index into. So we'll just do I, right? That should be okay, or is this not indexable? Cannot index into a value of type this thing. So can I create a vector from you? So let vec equal vec from stream. What things are implemented for this? Not satisfied. That's tough. Alright, typed array. What else do you got? So from vec, can I do just as vec? There's a get, copy of the element at the given offset. Don't really care about that. Read guard, write guard, from slice, append slice. What else do you got? What else do you got? So you got clone, export. What does export do? From iterator to variance, no. From performs the conversion. Though I thought I felt better, I still feel bad planning to just make some little animatics. Animatics. It's a very retro term for animations, but I can respect it. I can respect it. Low bits and high bits to obtain a 16-bit value. How to read audio samples as 1-1 floats. Let's go there. Trying to read and write samples from audio stream sample as -1 to 1 float values, but I'm hitting a number of walls while trying to do this. Doc only says data expects sign PCM8 values. Well, what about 16 bits? Converting between unsigned and signed is not straightforward. It requires emulating 8-bit and 16-bit wrapping. What the heck? Ooh. Ooh. Animatics are like storyboard animations, just animations with less animation frames. So it's just like keyframes, right? So you're keyframing. Animatics? Is that the industry term? I thought keyframes was the industry term. Animatics? Animatics? What is an animatic? It's an animated. Oh, okay, well, there we go. Interesting. Very niche. You're keyframing it. Animatic. I guess if you're a hipster, you'll no, it's a little fancier than that. Let's see. What am I doing? I feel like at this point, right? Because I'm diverging so much from how, well, let's see. Do they have any data on how their microphone stuff works? Or how does Unity audio stuff work? So start recording. This is some sort of mono behavior, yeah. Start recording internal. So there's the device name, microphone start. So this is presumably a Unity library somewhere. New lip sync microphone, mic device. What do you got? Or device. Update device. Device is mic's index, sure. Microphone start, yeah. Start recording internal. Yeah, I don't really know. Stop recording and create audio clip. Okay. I don't know how many channels there are. Channels? Clip? Like you have to believe. You're making a magazine. Source, clip, source. Mostly used for some animations with music to go along. Okay, well, okay, so it's just like a bunch of keyframes, but like released as a, as just a finished product. So it's just a very low FPS animation. Okay. I can see that you're very into the indie animation scene that used to be really big when I was a kid. I actually don't know how big it is currently. I haven't really kept up. Audio source. Type of audio source. I don't know. So Unity audio source. What do you got? Audio source. Audio source plays back an audio clip in the scene. Blah blah. What the heck is this? I think this is one of the areas where Godot needs a lot of work for sure. And whatever Godot has going on with this, I have no idea. I don't know what I'm looking at. Let's see, audio clip. How do you have channels? Where do you get channel information from? Is that something I can get in Godot? Is this something I can get in Godot? So how do I get microphone information? So Godot, get microphone information. Recording with microphone. Yeah, give me the docs. Give me the docs. Yeah. Absolutely worthless. Okay. How does writing capture device buffer to audio stream generator? Enable audio inputs. Oh, do I not have audio input enabled? Is that part of it? Audio. Oh, I don't. I don't have audio input enabled. Yeah, that will do it. Audio input. Oh, and then there's a channel thing just kind of here. So there's your mix rate. It's using Windows Audio System API. That's what I'm assuming it means. Disable threshold decibels. Okay. Mix rate. Yeah. This doesn't really help me that much. What other audio stuff do I have? Is that it? So there's the Godot VoIP demo. Says it doesn't currently work on Linux, but I think that hopefully is not true anymore. Let me see. Mic record. So I guess the bus. Recording, blah, blah. No, I don't have the channel information. I don't know what I would be doing with that. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, because it looks like the Unity stuff, at the very least, lets you get... Well, there you go. There's the audio source API. Yeah. So what do you got? Does this just have channels on it? So source, and then this is source clip. Clip, bum bum. Clip is used here to get the channel information. Clip channels. So source, clip, default audio clip to play. Audio source clip determines the audio clip that will be played next. Assigning clip with a new audio clip does not instantly change the clip that is being played. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Number of channels in the audio clip. There's Mrs.'s well-renowned Godot developer or content creator, and also like just actual developer now. They have released their game on Steam. I saw that. I'm actually following them on Twitter. Okay. Microphone input volume. Power. Get bus peak volume left. Decibels? That doesn't sound right. Attached bus and audio stream player setups. It's that easy. Yeah. Why are you using like max decibels? That doesn't seem right. An audio stream player. Yeah, okay. You don't actually need the record bus to have a volume of 6 decibels. Yeah. That's what I thought. Is this fixed? This might not fix. This might not work. Says it works for some people and does not work for others. So that's kind of hard to confirm. Pulse. I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot of things that could be impacting this for sure. I don't know. Let's just send it. See if anything happens. It's using lip sync. We can turn it off. Turn it back on. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, turn this off. So we have all of this. It is indeed getting actual input, which is neat. I don't know. A thread object has been restarted without wait to finish having been called on it. I don't know what's going on with that. It might be me. Just, let's restart this really quickly just in case. That always makes me kind of nervous. I think restarting it helps probably drop any kind of like wasted memory that we're holding on to. That's fine. So this is tough. This is tough. Because I'm going over what they're doing here. I think I do need to do the conversion, but that's always a bit tough, right? So we can't do this. We can just loop through this. So we'll do like stream, read. I guess we'll just collect. Or can I just clone into? Is that something I can do? Can I just clone into? Is that a thing I can do? Let mutable vec equal vec excited. Boom. And then we'll just have you take this. One of these. Clone into. So use of unstable, or use, not use. One of the weird things in English is that use and use are both spelled the same way. To owned, clone into. Use borrow data to replace own data, usually by cloning. This is a borrow generalized version of clone from. All right, so this is a nightly feature, so I can't do that. Okay, well. Oh. So what can I do from here? No. All right, you shut up. Please, sir. I would like to have some code completion once again. Maybe not. All right, just undo me until we go back. I'm so tempted to buy Sea Lion, if only because it's just painful working like this. Although other people do just use Vim for all of this as well, so maybe it's okay. Either way, I think instead of doing index access, we can just do get I. And that should be okay. And then let b1 equal stream get I plus 1. Right, and that's what they're doing here. Yeah. We'll make it work. If need be, we can just rewrite it again. Except then I'll base it off of the Godot implementation. Because I have talked to the person who wrote the Godot implementation, and they said it worked, so who knows. So u is equal to b0 pipe, some sort of bit shift operator. I don't really understand bit shifting. It's a bit too big brain for me. This arithmetic operational overflow. Attempt to shift left by 8i30. Okay, so this should be like as u8. That doesn't make sense. I don't know, as u size, c's size. So I know that this is bytes. They are working off of bytes. Attempt to shift left by 8u size, which would overflow. That's tough. That's tough. I could do this on the Godot side and then just pass in the appropriate data for now, and then hopefully I'll figure out what exactly I'm doing after that. Attempt to shift left by 8U size. Yeah, I think this person is like intentionally bit shifting left. Yeah. I think they are intentionally bit shifting left and then overflowing or underflowing actually. But in this case it would, you know, underflow. So let's think. Let's do this as It's cool that Godot makes some non-games. Yeah? You know, like this thing. A very non-game. Also like this thing, which is not a game. You can make anything in anything, right? Like you don't have to use a game engine just for games, right? In the same way, you don't need to use, like, people have made games using React, right? Which is just like a, it's just like a formatting thing for images or for web pages, you know? Tools aren't specialized. Like, I mean, tools are definitely very specialized, but you know. That's only what they're intended to be used for. You can use it for whatever you want. People have done crazier. Yeah, I guess did you not realize that are you talking about the React thing or the fact that this is actually written in Godot? Have you been watching and not realizing that I'm working on this exact application? Wouldn't be the first time, so don't be embarrassed. No React? Okay, well. The React thing, I don't know how viable it is. I last looked at that a few years ago, and they were still trying to get real user input in because it's very strange. You can make like very basic games in like if you wanted to play Minesweeper, it shouldn't be too hard to do in pretty much anything, right? Just basic JS. You think I haven't been noticing after months of watching you? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's possible, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. There's a surprising amount of people that don't realize that, like, I don't know, I made this, so. And it's especially not obvious since I'm actually working in Rust right now, so. You know what? I'm just gonna do this on the Godot side, and then we'll figure out. Well, I don't know. U8 to. Yeah, let's do Rust U8. U8 to I16. 16. So I guess you can just do from NE bytes, oh no. Oh no. I think I saw it. This is native Endian bytes. Oh geez. Creates an integer value from its memory representation as a byte array in native Endianness. That's tough. That's tough. But I think this will work, maybe, possibly. So this needs 2 bytes for sure. Okay. So we're diverging once again. Samples, so this is resource push. What was it called? What am I looking at? I believe B0 is the lower byte, B1 is the bigger byte. So we'll do I16 from NE bytes. What is this? Is that valid code? Can I do that? B0, B1. Oh, yeah, you can totally just do that. Interesting. What is this? This is just an array. Okay, cool. I think that's okay. I think that's all right. Yeah. So read 16-bit samples. Basically a static function for all intents and purposes. Here we'll do we need to convert from U. So U will be a U38, or no, a U8, a U7, a U8. Right. Then this is God, shut up, LinkedIn. I don't care. I don't want to follow anyone like this. LinkedIn is such a cesspool. Ugh. But you need to play the game if you want to do well. Unfortunately. Alright, hold on. So, what am I doing here? So this is some value n. That's a length as an I64. Here. Yeah, I don't think this makes sense. Input data. Yeah. Let's just do this. Say goodbye. And then we have the lower function, read 16-bit samples. This will give me a vec of I16s. And then raw input data. Raw input data should be, where's raw input data? Raw input data should be, I think that's actually an I64, which is incorrect. Or F64. Raw input data needs to be I16s, right? Yeah. So that makes this slightly problematic, because now everything is broken. Self-input data. So there's the raw input data. So schedule job, we need to convert raw input data. We need to convert this from... Okay, wait, hold on. Undo me. You can still be an F64, that's all right. This is incorrect. I don't really know what's going on with that. So just say goodbye. This needs to be like input. If input is, so if the input length is equal to 0, then we won't be doing anything, right? We'll do let's converted data, cata. Converted data is equal to whatever this is, input. So that should just work, right? So now that's just a bunch of I64s. Oh no, not I64s, I16s. And then we'll slap that into raw input data, right? So for I in converted data, should already be an iterator, so that's okay. Self raw input data, push I. Guess I can't do that because, okay, so it's F64. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but the algorithm that I'm using requires I60 or F64s. And so we should also just clear out raw input data, clear, that should be okay. I think that's, yeah, that makes sense to me. So let's build it. Give that a build, and then I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Go to release, DLL, slap that in here, replace the file. Then in Godot, let us do this. Printing, printing, printing. Use lip sync. We're talking. Getting some bad values. All right, we'll need to do if lip sync. Hold on. I think here we need to connect to on-tree exiting, so. Yeah. Because I need this to happen beforehand, because these don't automatically clean themselves up. So now I just have a, I'm leaking all kinds of data. No. All right, so on tree exiting. So this is the cleanup function now. Should be okay. And we look at this data. This looks more incorrect than it used to be. So I used to be getting some data, but not anymore. So there's just the default data, right? Distance 0, phenome, default volume 0. Thread object has been restarted without wait to finish having been called on it. I don't really know what that's doing. It's probably listening for my own, my Rust thread being restarted, but that doesn't seem correct. What does that do? Let's look that up. Who is listening for this? And why are you listening to my my GD native stuff? Alright, so view code, that's in core OS thread C++. So at 87. So debug enabled, blah blah. Thread starts. I never called a thread. Where is that? Right, like this is a Rust thread, so it doesn't make any difference. Nothing's happening. Is it because of something in tracking that's doing a thing? So use lip sync. We start talking, and then we can see here that thread object has been restarted. Stop thread in base nil. Eh? What is this? What's going on? I think that's fine. Please do so to ensure correct cleanup of the thread. I'm not calling thread start anywhere though. I'm very confused. So let's open up OpenCFace GD. So I don't know, it's like start, right? So there's the GIF getter. Nope. Good. There's toast, and then there is just the OpenCGD stuff. So it shouldn't make any difference whatsoever. So there's your received thread, start receiver. Yeah. And that's hooked up to the appropriate function somewhere. Yeah, start tracker, on toggle tracker. So that's hooked up somewhere. Toggle tracker. So that's not connected. Oh, wait. Hold on, signal broadcaster. So toggle tracker. So that's not it. Toggle tracker. That's only used here. That doesn't make sense though. How is this calling multiple things at once? Right. So in the tracking stuff, right, we have use lip sync. So that's using the use lip sync, whatever. Then here you are listening to in lip sync manager, you are listening to use lip sync. And then these are indeed different values as well. That's tough. I guess Godot is just listening to random threads. It shouldn't be listening to my thread though. Yeah, like this is just the implementation of it, and then presumably thread H is being used somewhere else. I don't know where. Guess we'll have to figure it out. God, what the heck do these mean? What? If not defined, no threads. So you're friend with main, sure, which means that you can access anything in main. Dislike that. Callback? What the heck are these? A pointer to a init function? Yeah? Like this kind of C++ stuff, man. How strange. To be honest, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But also, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me as to why this isn't working. So update buffer, don't need this, probably. Don't need that. Pretty much, I don't think that doing this via Rust is a good idea for now. So we'll get rid of it. And that implementation of it is pretty bad as well. Start thread. So we should not be calling start thread multiple times. That's for sure as well. I don't think I'm calling start thread multiple times. Use lip sync, start thread, start thread. Where else is this used? This is used just once. We can hit this with an app manager, logger info, starting lip sync thread. And then this one is stopping lip sync thread, right? So if it is starting and stopping, at least I should be able to see if it's starting and stopping. I'm very curious about. That took a while, actually. What the heck? All right. Really quickly. What's going on here? Are the log files just absolutely ginormous? They are. Wow. All right, well, say goodbye, log files. That happens sometimes. I don't really understand why the log files are so big. So use lip sync, blah, blah. Yeah, what the heck? And then we panicked. I can see that we panicked as well. That's good. So, thread unnamed panicked at unable to get join handle from option. Lip sync 22.8. 228. 228. Roughly one of these. Unable to get unable to get join handle from option. Oh, I don't want to take. What the heck? What am I taking for? Just want to run that, right? Eh? Can't move out of self-join handle, which is behind a mutable reference. Okay, hold on. So let handle equal self-join handle take, right? And then this one will be handle. That's how we need to do it, right? Because this, wait. That's about the same thing. That is the same thing, right? Take returns the option. Yeah. Eh? So is the handle no longer valid in this instance? What happens here? So when we shut down, like we stopped the thread, right? We didn't panic, I think. Thread unnamed, panicked at unable to get join handle from option. 228. It's not quite correct, so let's recompile just in case something weird has changed. So, grab the DLL, slap it into here. Do the lip sync stuff. I can see that I'm getting some warnings. Okay. No errors though, so that's good. That's weird. Where are all the warnings? Oh, okay, well. Oh, it's because I think I need to check against one of these options to see if it's still running, maybe? Or we can do... Let's see. If is active. Yeah. Then that should stop... Yeah, okay, that should stop some of the errors. It won't stop the warnings. I don't know where the warnings are coming from. Yeah, okay, so that, yeah. So now we just leak. We don't panic. So that's good. Still not sure as to why I'm not able to convert the data properly. So this is the raw input data. We clone it from, there's your input data. We clone it from raw input data. Yeah. We get the Godot singleton and get the mix rate from there. Your target sample rates. That's tough, man. We can connect. You know what? We can do this completely asynchronously, so why not? Right? Let's see, lip sync updated. It's just called lip sync updated. Yeah? What a very sensible thing to name it. Lip sync. Connect. Boom. Self. On. Lip sync updated. Okay. So this should work, right? Sync updated. So this will be giving me a dictionary. So there's data, dictionary. That should be fine, and then we'll just print out. Give me a pretty sick print. Looks like everything is correct. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. Look at that. It works. Kind of. Every time we start and stop the thread on the Rust side, it doesn't actually loop properly. So that's interesting. Or this thing here, which is the start thread part. So this should not be... Yeah, this is just in the standard library. This is not a Godot thread. How is Godot listening to the thread? Match job. If job should stop, then we should break out of the loop. Yeah. Job execute. Lip sync job executes. I wonder if it's like the volume threshold that's causing me problems. Right? Like what if I go here, close this, go here. We're leaking all kinds of objects, by the way, but I don't know why. Don't start that again, by the way. All right, welcome to plus 6 decibels. Hello, 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 hello. Trying to get some sort of data, please. Why isn't this working? It is like giving me back dictionary values, but it does not appear to be giving me anything that I can actually work with. Right? Yeah, these are all just like null values. So like an early return, pretty much. Yeah, index, volume, distance. Distance, oh, distance is a max value. That's no good. Phoneme. Actually, I don't think any phonemes are loaded into it. Now I'm thinking about it. So how does this get phonemes? How does U lip sync get phonemes? You know, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, man, maybe I should just be converting this thing instead. I mean, these are very, very, these are very, very similar. You know what? As much as I hate to say it, I might have to just use them. I might have to redo, I might have to scrap the U lip sync stuff and then rewrite it to match this. Because at least this one has like data. Like this makes more sense, right? Maybe. Whereas this one, I have no idea how it works. Like this is just too complicated. I don't know how to read it. Yeah. Like where do I pass in phonemes for this? Phonemes. Yeah. CCS count. Phonemes length. Huh? That's tough. Like I hate to do it, but I don't know. This is a bit too specialized for. Like I feel like if I want to do this, I need to do more reading. I don't know what I'm looking at. Phonemes. Where were phonemes? Were they not in this? Eh? Bring me back. Profile. U lip sync. Phonemes. So these were gotten from. Hello? Hello? That was weird. Oh, just Google Chrome bugged out. That's good. Schedule job. Phonemes. Yep. Data MFCCS. Oh, it's not phonemes, it's MFCCS. I don't really know what you're looking for though. So this is a new list of MFCC data. On enable. Update native array. Allocate. Remove old calibration data. I don't think that's what I need. I am missing a lot of parts. I will concede that. I think there was something in profile editor, if I remember correctly. So we go to editor, profile editor, and then there was a way to add phonemes probably. Profile MFCC data count, probably not. Sample count. No. Draw MFCC. Huh. Yeah, like I have no idea what I'm looking at. That's tough. Yeah, this is one of those times where you kind of feel your heart drop through your chest and it's, oh no. Did I just waste my time? The answer is yes. I think I have been wasting my time porting this from Unity. And it's almost entirely the fault of, like, this doesn't have any test data. And it also relies on the, I guess, you having access to multiple Unity specific tooling. That's tough. Oh, hello, Knock. Thank you very much for the very generous tier 2 subscription. Once again, support is much appreciated, as always. Duck. Oh, you tried. Here you go. You can be a duck. You can be an upside down duck. We can make you invisible as well. How have you been doing, Knock? How are you doing? So you know those times when you finish implementing something and then realize that you might have done this in just the worst way possible? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this is probably I need to scrap a lot of this. Like, it technically works. It technically works, but like I just don't know how to calibrate it now. And I don't know how their algorithm is supposed to work because I don't have any test data. Because it uses a lot of Unity specific things. Finishing the game, I started something else. Not a game, but it goes slowly. You're working on a turtle, it seems. What do you mean? So check this out. So there's a few things going on, right? So we have the tracker stuff. Use lip sync, blah, 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 right? So there's a few things going on. One of them is that I think Godot is listening to my thread when it shouldn't be, which is very strange. But I am like successfully passing the data, and then it's just failing because it doesn't have the appropriate phoneme. But I don't know how to configure that. Maybe get the Unity version working and reverse engineer from there. Yeah, well, part of the problem is that there's already like this thing here, but it uses a different system. But it's in GD script. So it's almost certainly like unusably slow. Because I have talked to the author and it is unusably slow. But like, the GD script, I thought it was Unity. Well, see, there's actually two implementations, right? So there's a GD script implementation, Godot audio processing, and then there's U lip sync, which is, you know, presumably used by real people. So I decided to try to port the Unity implementation first, Now, why did I do that instead of trying to port the Godot implementation first? I'm not sure. I couldn't... If you got the Unity version working, though, it's hard to say. I think there's some conversion shenanigans going on, for sure. Right, because I think another problem, because I've been trying to look into this for a while, is that if you look at here, Unity audio source. So we look at the manual for this. So description of audio sources in 3D. Yeah. But like, it looks like they just get, like they're using like actual handles to your, or they just have more things that are exposed. Whereas, you know, this is an audio clip, right? Audio module, etc. Whereas in Godot, I don't actually have access to pretty much anything, which makes this really tough because I can't, like, there's just some things I don't have access to. Got the Unity version working? No, I mean the original Unity version. No, I have not. I probably should do that, but I'm not going to. I should. I don't have Unity installed though. I don't have Unity installed and I'm kind of lazy. Yeah, doing that would be what I would... Yeah. Just seeing how the editor stuff works as opposed to just reading how it works. I don't know, like this makes sense to me, right? Like I know how to read this. It's just that like I like looking at what they're doing doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm not sure that, you know, like, look at this. Like, yeah, like I get what they're doing. Like reading it, yeah, that makes sense. You know, drawing the MFCC, calibrating some stuff, but like, at the end of the day, their implementation goes off of channel values, whereas in Godot doesn't expose that information to me. And I'm not sure how many channels are in a 16-bit audio sample. Or actually, it's not even a 16-bit audio sample, right? It's just bytes. Working half blind, yeah. Test data that you can use in the Rust version. It's tough. I feel like the data formats between Unity and Godot are just too different. So like, look at, I should probably look at the Godot thing first. So looking at the code for 3.4. Like there's a lot of things I need to look at. Where's all the audio stream stuff sorted or stored, not sorted? Speed choosing that's up to you now to you to heed them. Yes. I think even if I look at it though, right? I still don't know what an MFCC is. Like I'll look at it, yeah. Then I also have access to the code and I can look at it, yeah. Like that's the code, right? But it still doesn't mean anything to me. And the data does not map one-to-one, so which makes it hard. Or it doesn't even need to map one-to-one. But if it's not exposed to me, then I'm still at a loss, right? So I need to check this out really quickly. So where's the audio access stuff? Or is that like in a separate module? Audio. I don't know. I should look into the Unity version. All right, well, what version of Unity does this need? I have my doubts as to how useful this will be, but Unity burst in mathematics. Okay. Oh, look, we don't even need to open it up. It's just here. How to create and calibrate a profile. Yeah. This doesn't mean anything to me. Attach a U lip sync blend shape to the game object of your character and select target skin mesh render. That doesn't mean that. I don't need that. Then there's your blend shapes that you map to your phenomes. Yeah, that makes sense. There's your callback. We want to use mic input. Components, components. Yeah. Profile. All right. So it turns out reading the README is actually very useful. See, it's this part that doesn't make any that doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like I can see this. I'm assuming that these are possibly phonemes, but these don't actually map to whatever they're using. Which is why I'm thinking that I might need to scrap a lot of my work. Like they're using like they're using like they're accessing the channel data from the audio sample. But I don't have access to that in Godot, and I don't know how to find that either. Well, I don't know. And I'm not sure if it's portable across like Windows and Linux. I don't know. How do I find that? Like Godot audio sample channels. I'll probably just Google it first. Importing audio samples. Sure. What do you got? Or what is a channel? Channel. Nothing. Yeah, Godot gives me absolutely nothing. So, and then there's no docs on it, right? So look at this. Like, this is what I have. I have an audio stream sample. I can see from Unity, right? Their audio clip has a channel thing, which lip sync is using to calculate, I guess, their conversion factor from. I'm not sure what they. I don't know what they're using, but see, audio stream sample in Godot, I have some bytes. I have a format, which is 8 bits, 16 bits, and then PCM, I think. And then the mix rate, and then if it's stereo or not. So this does nothing. Or I'm a 80 PCM, sure. So I even if I get the phoneme set up, I think I still would need to do a lot of trial and error to make the previous thing work, or make this thing work. Extracts voice features called MFCCs from the currently playing sound in real time. This is one of the features that were used for speech recognition before the advent of deep learning. Estimates. I don't know how I would need to find like another machine learning module. This is probably the best I've got right now. So add phoneme, registering the name of the phoneme using the method described below. This doesn't mean anything to me. Exactly as a channel in Unity, is it not just a single audio stream? Like mono is 1 channel, stereo is 2 channels? I don't know. So you look here, number of channels in the audio clip. I don't know. I have no idea. But one of the things that worries me, right, is that when they do their... Where is it? Is it here? This is... Okay, yeah, this is the main. So look here. So when they receive the data... Look at this. They increment by the amount of channels they have. Yeah, from that description, it just sounds like audio streams. I hope. I have no idea. I don't have that kind of information either. I suppose if it's just... Well, I don't know. How would you have more than 2 channels? If it's just that, right? If it's stereo or mono. then I guess that then I can do this. Well, hold on. So we go to Godot. Yeah, maybe that'll be okay. How do I record in mono? Surround sound. What does that come into? Besides the point. Yeah, I suppose you could have surround sound. Yeah, if you had like a really fancy setup. But if I just assume everything is mono, I think I'm assuming everything is just mono right here when I read samples. Actually, I'm not even doing that anymore. I've just skipped that part and I just convert everything to a 16-bit sample and then convert it to an F64, which is what the ulip sync implementation is using. So this code here is it's taking some sort of inputs. So this is connected to a microphone callback function. So whenever that function receives data, right? Where is it? Here. Audio source, something. I don't know what audio filter read does, but I can see here that it's adding a listener to an audio source as the root object. So I think it makes sense that we are probably getting microphone input here, along with the number of channels. I think you should just get the Unity version working so you can reverse engineer. That's the problem, is I even with the Unity version working, I still don't know what I'm looking at. I'll get it working, but the numbers still mean nothing to me, right? And I have access to the actual source as well, so there's nothing more that I can really obtain from it, because I'm looking at the editor stuff. But what does that do for me? You don't have the domain knowledge necessary to do without tinkering. So yeah, well, even if I do like look at it, well, okay, what do I gain from installing all the Unity stuff? You know, you see that it works in Unity. It's like, oh, okay, well, interesting. Next question. It doesn't do anything, right? You can tinker, say how many channels is it actually using. Well, I don't actually have access to that channel information. It's read-only according to Unity docs, and that's based off of the audio source stuff. So it's based off of your microphone inputs. Is your mic picking up, capture that, and feed into your implementation? You know, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, right? Like I have that working, that's for sure. But there's just a little too many Unity libraries that I need to refigure out, or just regularly figure out. Yeah, like I have these. Look at that. Phoneme. Okay. Calibration button. Probably should have read this, actually. This looks interesting. So calibration button. Right. Is calibrating. What is this doing? If is calibrating, ulip sync request. Oh, that's what request calibration does. Interesting. Capture via Unity, then reverse engineer from there. That sounds painful. That sounds painful. Then I'll need to work in like 3 domains at that point, right? I'll need to be working in Godot, need to be working in Unity, and then all of that kind of feeds back into the Rust implementation. It's starting to get pretty spaghetti. That's pretty spaghetti for something that I didn't really plan out. Which is why I'm trying to keep it pretty loose, right? Because I also don't really understand how to capture Godot input, which is why I'm looking at this person's implementation as well in pure GD script. But actually, request calibration, that looks interesting. You know what? That makes a lot of sense as well. Although, push, index. Option for Unity is for reverse engineering only? Well, yeah. So then I'll need to look into a lot of the Unity docs to figure out how to get that information out of Unity. Because I'm not, you know, it's been, when was the last time I did Unity? 2018? Would not say that I'm very good at that. You know, I think before I do that, it might be more worth it to just scrap the current work and then redo it, right? In something that would more, you know, is hopefully more plug and play, right? Because even if I do it in Unity, that's not guaranteed either. What else to say? Yeah, the Unity implementation's already, the Unity implementation's already doing it for me. Yeah, this implementation is also technically already doing it for me. Like, I know this implementation works. It's just too slow to be used in real time, supposedly. So there's a lot of things, right? Like, even if I get the data out of Unity, it might not be actually usable for me. Like, even if you can look at it, it still doesn't help me do anything. Add calibration data. Okay. Update calibration. Request calibration. Requested calibration. Vowels. Update calibration. Okay. Request update calibration. This is called here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? That could work. The Godot version is confirmed work. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is that it might be worth it to scrap my current one and then just try to optimize the GD script one. Or maybe even just try to... I did just take that person at their word when they said that it wasn't usable real time. I didn't actually see if it was not usable real time, so I could just see if I could slap that into the current program and see if that just works. But actually, let's see, update calibration. We can request calibration. That makes sense, because yeah, you don't want to just use someone else's predetermined voice data, because, I don't know, it's probably not the... probably not the most accurate stuff. Well, I'm really surprised you're pointing this up without actually running it first. Well, I mean, that's kind of how I do a lot of things, right? You know. I just kind of based this off of like a one-time experience with VC Face. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then just kind of assumed a bunch of stuff about how it should work, and then here we are. So let's try to do it again. Except this time I have an actual reference. Yeah, it's worked once. It actually worked a few times in my life, so I don't really follow that many tutorials. I follow tutorials to learn how to do the basics, and then after that we just kind of work. Throw stuff out the wall until it breaks. Yeah, you've seen that working before? Well, how would seeing this working help me, right? When I already have like the actual code, right? Like it doesn't do anything. it doesn't, I don't understand how seeing this working would do anything more. It's like, yeah, it works, yeah. I have access to the real code. So seeing it working doesn't do anything more. Like I have an image of the, I can see what the UI looks like. You know? Confirmation that it works? Well, yeah, but I know it works. Or at least I can assume that it works. Like their algorithm makes sense to me, right? Like I don't need to test to see that it works. As long as the algorithm works and other people say it works, then I'll just assume that it works. That's fine. Blind faith. It's all right with me. So, will you do you, I guess? Well, yeah, I'm making a lot of assumptions right now, right? Could be worse. index in requested calibration. I wonder if this is not. Oh, I need to request calibration. What am I doing? I need to request calibration. So going from here to here. Yeah, okay, that's what I need to request calibration at some point. So I need to expose that button via Godot at some point. So let's open up the GUI stuff. That's in tracking XML. Oh no. Okay. Well. Request calibration. What does this do? Adds this to requested calibration values and then update calibration. It runs through every single one of them, every single frame. It seems a bit inefficient. Profile. Update MFCC using the index as the use size. Update MFCC. What does this do? Add calibration. I guess that's okay. That's a lot of UI work though. Oh no. That's a lot of UI work. Okay. Because then we need to do calibration for all the usual suspects, right? All the usual vowels that you'll want. So the usuals are A, E, I, O, U. They did this in the wrong order. A, I, E, O, U. That's okay. I wonder. MFCC, add calibration data. So this is just some array. MFCC, update native array. So for I in 0 to 12. See, that's also something that I don't quite understand. Is why is it 0 to 12? Maybe before you say it, running it doesn't make it. I don't see how running it would make me understand what 0 to 12 does in this context. I guess we can see here that this is 3, 6, 9, 12, right? Yes. But what does that do for me? So they're drawing their MFCC stuff. So where is it? Draw MFCC, single line height, position, simple foldouts. Draw MFCC editor util. So we can, no, apparently not click on that. That's okay. Editor util. Most people reverse engineer by tinkering. Well, I already have something that's kind of working, right? It doesn't make a difference. Especially considering that these values are hard-coded. So why is it 12? Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eat this. So you don't know how it works? Well, even if I do know, even if I did get it working, I still don't know how it works. So it doesn't, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Like how it works, right, is it runs through all of these very complicated calculations. Even this one does the same thing, right? So they're doing some hamming. They're doing some RFFT, which presumably means reverse fast Fourier transform. Don't know what that means. It does some smoothing. Still don't really understand the algorithm for that. Filtering, don't know. So the whole point. Well, I can see like the calculations make sense, right? Individually, like I understand what the calculation is doing, but like, what does that do for me? You know. It's like the same thing as like my dad being like, yeah, let's discuss your finances so you can do a bunch of like a number shenanigans here and if you get to this cutoff round. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, yeah. I took a lot of classes on tax law. But like you can't just like spout numbers off at me and then like, yeah. But like I think I need like a written explanation, please. Even if I saw it work, I'm like, yeah, that works. Yeah, that's how it works. Still don't quite understand, you know. So I could look up an actual explanation as well, but that's why you figure out by tinkering. Well, what do you mean tinkering? I play with it. It doesn't make any sense, you know? Sure. I don't think it's quite the same tinkering as like if I downloaded a 2D platformer tutorial project, right? Like, yeah, that you can tinker with because everything there is pretty simple. Right? You go through like the basic tutorial for, you know, here's how you make Mario and Godot or make Mario in Unity. And then from there, then you start to expand off of like, what if we do this? What if we do this? This is already like we've jumped to, you know, step 110 of like how to do, you know, real-time lip sync. It's like you change one thing, sure. Things are changing. Do you know what you've done? Not really. Does it make a difference? I don't know. Something broke. Yeah. Following a tutorial isn't yeah, but once you finish the tutorial, right? You download the starter project or you follow the tutorial, then you finish it, and then from there, then you should start tinkering with the project. Because you know that you started from somewhere that works, but you're also starting from a base that's relatively simple as well. Like this is the baseline that you need to know. But here we've already gone past the baseline, right? So like I don't like you can tinker with it, but I don't have like I don't know what hamming is. I don't know what a fast Fourier transform is, you know? Like yeah, I can tinker with it for sure, but like does it make a difference? You know, we're a few steps too far removed. So at this point I can just try to, all I can really do at this point is try to approximate what they're doing. Yeah. So let's store this on a branch. Git status. Git commit. Reverse engineer highly complex things as well. So you need to learn more things, so you don't want to, so I don't know what to tell. Well, what, you want me to get like a degree in audio engineering? So this is something that is outside of my wheelhouse, and also something that is like, it's people want it. I understand why. I don't want to download Unity, so we're going to go with a different implementation. Learning new things. I have learned new things, right? I've learned how to do things in Rust. Like it's I don't know. It's just I something I don't really care about. So if I can get something working that's good enough, then that's good enough, right? You can learn just enough to be able to port it. I don't know. I don't know. This is pretty specialized. Pretty specialized and something that I'm not interested in. Therefore, I'm not going to look too hard into it. There are working implementations though. So, bring me back. additional changes to read in data from Godot. So that's working, but just need to set up the phonemes now, but I'm not going to do that. You don't agree with that? Yeah, well, I don't agree with that. So there we go. Let's see, we'll push that, and then we'll push it to a new branch. So git check out B. So this is u lip sync. Git push u origin u lip sync. Ah, please. There we go. Alright, let's just try to grab this and then we'll see if I can just stick this into the project instead. Because this is turning into more of a hassle than it should be. So, I do have their permission to use it, so that's okay. We'll grab my fork, the singular fork. Where is it? Grab this, git clone, whatever this was. No. Control, what is it? Is it not insert? No. What's insert? What's delete? Oh, this is insert. No. There we go. Finally press the correct button. Okay. So I have this code. So this one should be pretty easy to just stick into this project after that. So features real-time lip sync. So this is the Godot fork that uses just like a random DLL as well. So let's, we'll commit and then just switch to another branch. So this is based off of Godot audio processing instead. So git status again for no reason, git add all. So let's see. Add lip sync manager. That's pretty much it, right? Yeah. Huh? Alright. Don't think I'm missing any commits. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll just force push. Who cares? We'll just lose a bit of data. Never hurt anybody. So from master, we'll create a new branch. Pull really quickly, by the way. Let's see, so this will be feature real-time lip sync GAP. Yeah, so this one is just Godot stuff, so that should be pretty simple to use. Reload everything. We'll still need the fancy audio bus layout, so it looks like this kind of broke, so we'll reload it. Okay, so add an audio bus. We'll call this record, just so that we're working off the same thing as them. And see here, this is where we can start loading in the, or I guess not loading in, but working off the same base as the other project. So in theory, we should be able to just open this up and then just see. And then you'll also see how this doesn't make a difference to me, because I don't really care what I'm looking at. So record, hello, hello. Wow. Yeah, it works. Ooh, yeah, yeah, that is a waveform, right? I don't, yeah, that's a waveform. That is a waveform. Ooh, oh, 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 E, no, and then it broke. And then it broke. What happened? Don't know. This seems to happen a lot though, where a thread object is being called. That's neat, I guess. Yeah, we look at it. Yeah. I could probably just use this, I guess, right? Record button pressed. What is this hooked up to? Target, estimate vowel, record button, source. Eh? Oh, this wasn't hooked up via code. This is hooked up via. Gross. Via the editor. Okay, well, we can do this in Rust as well. How nice. So prepare yourself. So this is real-time lip sync GD. I'll go here. Look at that. Let's see. This is just Godot audio processing. I think I'm going to use this. Yeah. This looks simpler, and then it has actual phonemes. And don't need to think about input. God, I don't know this. Array normalize. Read mic inputs. Hey, FFT. At least they have references for what they used as well. But unfortunately don't really care. I wonder why they went out of or why they ran out of space. It's interesting. Oh, it's probably because of one of these logs, right? Yeah. Before sample array probably ran out of space. So need to make sure to clear that every single time as well. All right, well, I mean, that seems to work, right? Like, wow. So we always have a kind of a low bass rumble because I do have like a low bass rumble just running in the background as well. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see if I can just rip this out and stick this into my own project. How would I do that though? So looking at this, I could. Well, they're using several scripts here, right? So they have complex calculation somewhere loaded in, if I remember correctly. Where is complex? Complex. Yeah, they have that just as a class. Ooh. What is this? CPOW. C absolute. wonder. Or is this like, no. Maybe. It could be like bytes operations that they're just... It's like they've separated out like the 16-bit integer into bytes, maybe? Bits, bytes, one of those. I don't know. But if I take both of these, estimate vowel, this is just a node, more or less. So I can just grab the script, take out most of these, I think. And as long as I don't draw anything, I should be fine, I think. Yeah, so as long as I don't draw anything. Yeah. Could be. Could be. Okay. So let's see if I can just slap this into here, and then if that works, then we can start on porting it. One of the nice things about working in something that's just Godot native. Alright, so we'll just grab both of these. This will be Godot audio processing. So add-ons, Godot audio processing. Slap these into here. Should be okay. Need to make sure to get rid of the class name, I think. Or maybe not. We can. No, we don't want the class name. Estimate vowel. Okay. So now these will be somewhat incorrect once they actually get indexed by the editor. That's not too hard. So complex calculation, that should just be a reference, right, by default, but let's make it explicit. Then here we'll go const complex calc. Is that what they called it? Yeah, okay, complex calculation is equal to load whatever this thing is new. So that should be fine. Var. So that should be fine. So where is this used? This is used here and then here. Huh, only in 2 places for the fast Fourier transform. Okay. Then, already have the audio server set up. Here, we can set things up like so. So lip sync stuff. Look at the pull requests. So file is changed. Oh, this looks horrible. But the code is roughly the same in terms of the things that need to be added to the XML stuff. So close this folder. Open cface. We need to edit the... Okay. We need to edit the tracking.xml file. So there's your blend shape, start tracker. This one, I think I can still, well, just using these is okay. Alright. So there's your lip sync and then use lip sync. Signal broadcaster, we can also just copy and paste that. Let's see. Signal broadcaster, signal broadcaster, signal broadcaster. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So config manager, this is stored in the metadata stuff. Has a callback. So we set that as appropriate. Need to come up with a better system at some point. And then here, boom. All right. Where is it? Camera select, tracker ports. Slap you here. Boom. Then where's the signal broadcaster stuff? All right. Use lip sync. Signal broadcaster. This is in toggle tracker, so yeah, there we go. Easy. Then here we can just do app manager, signal broadcaster, connect, use lip sync, self on, use lip sync. Roughly the same thing. We're not going to use this on record button anymore. I don't think it's used anywhere else in the file, right? This is the only place where it's used. So this is okay. Get rid of this. This needs to accept a value, some sort of Boolean, right? I think that's okay, right? Yeah. Don't draw anything. Yeah. That's probably fine. What do these functions do? Draw vowel. So there's draw. As long as we don't actually call these functions, then none of the $ things will throw errors. Yeah, so draw graph. Plotting many points causes instability. Isn't that weird? You can be unstable, but you cause instability. But yeah, let's see. We can just print out the values for now. So hit it with a print. I don't know, sample array. What do we got? So in theory, this should just work. Actually, it's not hooked up to anything, so of course it's not gonna work right out of the box. Getting a lot of ObjectDB instances leaked at exit for some reason. Even though, oh, you know, is it because of the audio bus layout? Because this doesn't happen on the master branch. We need to think about that. Could be because of the default bus layout. I don't know. Audio input is enabled at the very least. Let's go to App Manager. So I'm ready. Var. What is this? This is a estimate vowel. It's not how you spell vowel. Vowel is equal to whatever the heck this is, and then we will just call new. I think this was actually a control, but yeah, this is a control, but we can just change this to a node. It doesn't matter. And then to do, we need to replace this with our own custom implementation at some point. Clean this up with a stripped down implementation. So add child. Yeah, one of these. Estimate vowel. So that should hook up to all the necessary things. And we're hooked up to that one button already in the XML file, which It's connected to the signal broadcaster, which does all the things. Yeah, okay, send it. So use lip sync. Hello, 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 hello. Not getting any real data in this. Lots of nada numbers, for sure. This doesn't look right. A thread object has been restarted without wait to finish having been called on it. Huh? From where? Huh? Why? There's nothing that should have called this, so this is tracking GD. This isn't doing anything. Does this still happen on the master branch? It's very strange. So git add. Should probably just stash it, to be honest, but git add all. Start work, or checking out Godot audio, or out GD impl of real-time lip sync. All right, bring me back. Reload everything. Do we still get the thread errors here? All right, well, that's good. Editor bug. So you changed a lot of things without reloading the editor. That seems okay. We can just click on a bunch of things as well, and it doesn't really matter. Yeah, see? That's very strange. What changed? What's the difference between this one and this one? So switch back to the old branch. Git check out feature real-time lip sync this thing. What's the diff? That's okay, right? Git restore project Godot, send me over here. Open up this thing. So what's different, right? You can open up this, close it immediately, and then see that we start leaking. I wonder, is there something in the .xml file that I'm doing incorrectly as well? Am I hooking this up to the wrong signal? I'm not. This is toggle tracker while this is, well, yeah, this is toggle tracker while this is use lip sync, right? I wonder if there's like a thread thing. So we like do this, blah, 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 and we can turn it off. A thread object has been restarted without wait to finish having been called on it. Please do so to ensure correct cleanup of the thread. Eh? What? And I'm also not getting the correct data that I'm expecting, so I should probably also see what I'm doing differently here. So this is the record buffer. I can open up a second instance of Godot and then see what they're doing for what do they call it? Where is it? I have a feeling the name doesn't actually match the, yeah, estimate vowel, okay. So what does their thing look like? Record is muted by default, but that doesn't make any difference to me. There's your runner. Audio input, that looks good. Yeah. Looks good. They are using different window options, which is fine. How are they getting input? Estimate vowel, audio stream. Oh, you just need, oh, you need to have an audio stream. How was I getting input then? Was I not? Or am I crazy and I was just doing this wrong the entire time? That's very possible. I was just doing this completely wrong the entire time. So here we can hit this with an audio, stream player. Right, this one will be audio stream microphone. Maybe I was just doing this wrong this entire time and I'm crazy. Yeah, possibly. Very, very likely. So, audio stream record. Is that all that's needed for this to work? Could be. Hello, hello, hello. Oh yeah, that's all you need. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, well there we go. There you go, yeah. I mean, I think that seems fairly performance. We can make it more performance, of course. Yeah? Cool. I don't know. Neat. So that's how that works in Godot, at least. Do I feel like I've made progress? Not really. I feel like I'm still very confused as to why I'm getting this. Like, a thread object has been restarted without wait to finish having been called on it. Because that's not true. Let's see, Godot. Thread is always active, but I'm not running anything on a thread right now. I can execute Godot from the command line, I think. So I should be able to do... Oh. How do I access punctuation? Oh, it's broken. Oh, we're crashing. Okay. That's cool. So bin. Yeah? That was weird. Alright, not in bin. It's in apps. Godot. 3.1. I should be able to execute it like this. Yeah, okay. No, this is wrong. This is OpenC face. Oh, is this how it works? Like if you open it in the current directory, it won't open the... Oh, interesting. So use lip sync. So we blah, 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 blah. Like that's not the export template. Okay, cool. So what do you got? Orphan string name. Oh, it's the audio effect record stuff. Interesting. Oh. But that's not a node though. That should be... That should be fine. Resource still in use. How are you supposed to clean up one of these things? That's very strange. That's very, very strange. So looking at add-ons, not VRM. Estimate vowel isn't an audio effect record. What are these? Godot audio effect record. not too many options for this. This is a resource. Maybe on exit tree, we just need to like let go of the reference to it. Oh, and this is wrong as well. So, exit tree. Let's open the editor once again. We can probably fix that memory leak, I think, by doing something like this. Retry. So what do you got? Please. Unhandled input. Where is it? Exit tree. Yeah. So exit tree. Okay, now you give me code completion. So get bus effect. Audio server get bus effect. So this gives you an audio effect. An audio effect is a resource. That doesn't really help me. Are you able to, I don't know. For resources, what can I do with these? Can I just delete them? Suppose I can just do this, right? So effect is equal to null. And then hopefully that should just clean it up correctly. So if we do one of these, boom, boom, close, then we leak. Fantastic. What are these other things? Config file parse, import vrm. That's fine, I guess. I fixed that before, I'll just need to fix it again. What is this? Leaked instance, audio effect record instance. I don't know, audio server. So Godot audio server, how do I just delete something from the audio server? I'm pretty sure I can just access that and then make it happen. Audio server. Get bus effect. Yeah? I could probably do that. I don't think I want to remove the bus, but should be fine. Lock, move bus, remove bus. Yeah, we can do this, right? Yeah, so we go to here. We let go of the reference to the effect. Then we do audio server. What was I doing? This needs to stop recording if it is recording, right? So we do boom. That might be it, right? So on exit tree, we just want to set the recording false and then let go of the reference. Maybe. Very low priority of things I need to be doing, but it does bother me when I leak instances because I think that's probably one of the things that causes a hard crash sometimes for me. That takes down every single Godot instance. All right. Let me see. Lock. Remember to unlock it later. Yeah, okay. The audio server. Remove bus effect. So it should be. Okay, well. Just copy this stuff for now. So IDX 0. And that should be okay. I would really like it if it stopped leaking instances. What are we leaking? So resource still in use. Audio effect record instance. What is an audio effect record instance? Eh? This doesn't show up here. Audio effect record instance. What is this? Yeah. Okay. A spectrum analyzer, yeah. I don't think I'm using one of these, so that's irrelevant. Audio effect record instance. Where does this come from? So we have an audio stream sample. Do I need to let go of this sample? But this doesn't, I don't have access to anything here. So this is an audio effect record. Audio effect doesn't have anything else on it. Hey, audio stream sample. Weren't there more things in the docs as well? So audio effect record. No. Audio effect. Yeah, no. Audio server, no. We can get the the bus effect instance, and then we'll be able to get the audio effect instance, but that doesn't do anything for me. And then also we just... A thread object has been restarted without wait to finish, haven't been called on it? I don't know. We'll have to go into the debugger, I think, but I'm not... I don't know if that gives me insight on what's currently running like that, right? So we have a profiler, or possibly the monitors, which also pretty good to look. I don't know. Let's look at orphan nodes, sure. Orphan nodes, I don't know. What else would I want to look at? Output latency. Not really doing any audio output at all. We're just processing. So we can look at the process function, right? Why not? Tracking. Lip sync. Hello, hello, hello. So this is doing a thing. No, no orphan nodes. No output latency. Nothing has changed. It's all about the same. Process time did get really high for a little bit there, so we can see here. So if we just start talking with this thing on, look at that. Our process time goes to 90 milliseconds. How many is 90 milliseconds? Is that pretty high? And then after this, boom. Then we get, you know, thread object has been restarted without wait to finish, having been called on it. So this isn't using any thread objects in estimate vowel, I think. Thread. Yeah, there are no thread objects here. There's a threshold, but that's tough, man. I don't know. I'll have to think more about this as to what's going on here. It's very confusing. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be live tomorrow from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. If you've given the channel a follow already, I highly encourage you to do so. There's a Discord. There's the GitHub where pretty much all the code is stored. Hello, Rakuno Spectra. Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you later. I gotta do more work before I go on PTO as well. Real life is tough. Yeah. Oh no. Marital Strafe, you have come at an inopportune time, but thank you very much for the raid. I was just about to go offline. So that's awkward. Let's find someone to raid, I suppose. I'll pass you along to someone else who's doing Godot. Your stream was good. It was alright. Had to do a lot of rewriting, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you very much for the raid. I was working on the real-time lip sync stuff again, so had to pivot to, I guess, a GD script implementation that is still leaking memory for some reason. So there's something weird with Godot's audio server stuff, but we'll figure it out tomorrow. That's a problem for tomorrow, Tim, not for today. Anyways, let's raid Wyatt if there are people here who are willing to jump on that. But you know, Tomorrow, you problem? Yeah, of course. You know, if we keep pushing it to tomorrow, then it'll always be a tomorrow you problem. Yeah, goodbye.